Holy crap! Holy crap! I say, holy crap!
I know, right?
Yes, it's horrible. Oh my God! Look at this. Okay, this is a follow-up to the house that was torn down that I posted this last week. There's a large tree by the road, a nice red maple they took down, which is a shame. Quite an old tree, it looks like. So at least they kept that tree. It's a beautiful tree, and it looks like they're keeping that tree, hopefully, and these trees. So, but it looks like they took down a lot of trees in the back. So, thankfully the Japanese maple, it looks like they're keeping, but you can see all the logs. So quite a lot of trees. I guess they'll be putting up a house near the back. That's what it looks like. And it looks like they kept trees in the other backyard. Hopefully they don't wreck those. But it's a shame about this tree, the red maple. But it is close to the power lines, so I guess maybe that was why they don't want to deal with it. So it's too bad. It was close to the power lines, I guess. So, but yeah, so I wouldn't doubt if they take that tree down. I'll be surprised if they don't. I hope they keep it. Hopefully they're done. But like I say, it's a shame about this tree. Well, I was informed that they took this tree down. So then I came by, drove past this afternoon to see them working, and a lot of sawing and taking down more trees, and some girl was standing out here watching. And then I stopped and just told her, oh crap, you know. So it's a shame, but what are you gonna do? I guess that's progress. So, a memory for the red maple that was cut down, that I'm sure has defined this street for many, many years, just like the house did. So like I said, they had an estate sale, and then I went and I saw that the family's name, it was like a metal placard on the side of the brick house near the front door. It was sort of like a porch type of thing by the bushes. So tells me that they lived here for a long, long time, and who knows, they're probably rolling in their graves just to see this is their yard now. Progress, I suppose. So this is kind of it. Their legacy reduced to a pile of rubble. So we'll see how long this foliage lasts. And hopefully this tree is still standing by the time they break ground on the new place. So I guess this is the stand witness to these trees, in case they are torn down. Let's just bear witness to the trees. Say a prayer for the trees. And the thing with that house that was ripped down along with a lot of the trees, it gets you wondering about your own legacy, about what will happen, you know, when we pass away. Will our homes be ripped down? Will they have estate sales where stuff that we traveled far and wide to get, worked very hard to get, will our things sell for pennies on the dollar like this family? So it begs the question of, what are things worth? Why do we spend so much effort acquiring? Because at the end of the day, when we pass away, the home that we worked hard for, the landscaping that we busted our butts for, it'll just get bulldozed down, and then something else will be put up. So I guess we have to accept that that's pretty much what's going to happen, especially since, you know, you got the property tax burden that seems to be rising so high, and the younger generations, how are they supposed to afford that burden? So it's almost like the older stuff is being torn down by design too, because the stuff that was erected before, it costs so much to maintain, and the taxes are so high, so it just gets you wondering. Because even if you have a home and you have a will and somebody else gets that home, they might not be able to afford to maintain it. They might not be able to pay the taxes for it. So, just like this yard, when I kick the bucket, what's going to happen here? Will everything be torn down? Will all these trees be torn down? Will this be made into another shopping center? Who knows? Who knows if natural life will be allowed to live? If there will be empty spaces, if you can go on and on and on. So that's kind of why this house kind of resonated with me, because it looked like these people owned the home for many, many years, and they might have been the only owners, and all that was just torn down in a couple days. Now all the landscaping that they probably worked very hard, or they paid a landscaper, that's been ripped down. But at least they kept a couple of the trees, at least for now. And at least they'll keep that Japanese maple. So it just makes you realize how impermanent things are, and what you work very hard to erect, to maintain, that just gets ripped down in a blink of an eye. So, but then we're only on this earth for a temporary amount of time as well, so it's just like the dirt, you know. The dirt used to be things, it used to be life, it used to be trees, and now it all is dirt, just like we'll be. You know, we're all gonna eventually be just dirt or ash, or so that's my musings.
When the pain cuts deep, then the blood runs longer. Touching your skin, craving for sin, grows stronger. Searching for a sign, devoured by the darkness, strangled by the light.